Hi everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Cecilia, but I go by the name of CeeChronicles on all my social media platforms. Now, if you're joining us here for the very first time, I post 4 to 5 times a week fragrance related content on this channel. So if that sounds like something that interests you guys, please do consider joining us here by subscribing. I'd appreciate it if you became part of the family, guys. Take a millisecond of your time to press subscribe. Now, to those who are returning, thank you so much, guys, for the continued support. Welcome to another fragrance review video. Today we have Qaed Al Fursan, the limited edition, to review, and this is the box, guys. The problem with Lattafa is inconsistencies. You see, this is not a hologram. They've gone ahead to stick that, right? So in some boxes you can check the authenticity by making sure that it's got that hologram Lattafa sticker, but it just looks like maybe they are overproducing fragrances and the consistency is not really in check. But I have heard that there are fakes about, so to just avoid that, guys, please make sure that you buy from reputable sellers. Now, this is how Qaed Al Fursan looks, guys. It's a white bottle. It's got that gold magnetic top right there. Nice one for Lattafa. And yeah, basically that is it. It's got a lot of artwork going on there. So we're gonna spray it in its box, and then I'm gonna get into detail. That is the atomizer for Qaed Al Fursan, the limited edition. I think this one is a very nice atomizer, actually, straight to the point, no waste in that. Now this fragrance, guys, opens up with with citruses there and a pineapple, but those quickly go away. For some, you're not even going to get to that part. For some, you're going to dive in straight to the coconut. This fragrance has got a coconut there at the top, and then the meat of this fragrance is ylang ylang, so we're going to expect more creaminess coming up there. Some frangipani, white florals, maybe tuberose to my nose. Tuberose is not listed as a note, but I just think this fragrance has got tuberose, guys, because of the creaminess of this fragrance. I'm already in that scent bubble that feels very creamy. The base of this fragrance is going to be vanilla and maybe some whipped cream. This is just me guessing again, but the vanilla is definitely there, and then it's going to have some musk. So this fragrance is going to tick the boxes for people who like lactonic fragrances. It's not a fragrance that relents in its lactonicness. So if you don't like fragrances with a milky accord, if you don't like fragrances that feel creamy, if you don't like fragrances that feel like they have elements of edible notes in them, you're not going to like this one. This one is outright creamy. It does also have like a tropical suntanny feel there, making it an ideal, you know, summer scent, if you will. But before I lose you guys there on summer scent, I'm gonna say this one will do all year round, but it's just that sun-tanny feel, lotiony feel to it that, you know, makes me say yes, you can absolutely wear this in summer because it has like a tropical thing, you know, going on there. If you don't like this coconut milky creamy thing, this is gonna be off-putting to an extent, because I can see this one being borderline nauseating to people who don't like this, you know, kind of scent profile, because it's there. And this is why I have my suspicion that it can't just be the coconut working on its own here, because it's too coconutty for me. It feels as though it's being assisted by a white floral, especially tuberose, in that creaminess, you know. So it's a loud kind of creamy you know, feel there. Another thing with this fragrance is it's just one of those fragrances that will show you that Lattafa is broadening their horizons, not focusing much on the Middle Eastern very spicy kind of touch feel of fragrances, and venturing into some of these dupes that a lot of people are familiar with. In terms of what this fragrance reminds me of, it reminds me of Zadig and Voltaire. This is her a little bit, so it's gonna be bordering on Zadig and Voltaire. This is her, and Mancera's Coco Vanille. So if you like those fragrances, you are definitely gonna like this fragrance. However, let me say this. This has got that butteriness to it, okay, almost as though you can taste it, but I can see why this fragrance was popular. I can see why people raved about it, and I can see why others might totally hate it. So in case you haven't gotten your nose on Zadig and Voltaire, this is her. Or you haven't gotten your nose on Montal's Coco Vanille, but you like, you know, fragrances like Tom Ford, Soleil Blanc. You like fragrances like Kayali's Utopia Vanilla Cocoa. You are probably gonna like this one. However, I find that Utopia Vanilla Cocoa by Kayali has some sweetness, and though the coconut is very much forward, it's not as forward as this. Okay, this is very buttery in nature, very intoxicating as well, milkshakey, you know, that sort of thing, vanilla milkshakey, but like a very creamy kind of milkshake, you know, to an extent that if you're not big on that scent profile, I would then say best you try this one before you blind buy it. But if you like those fragrances that I gave you, if you like your coconut, you're crazy about it, and you want it to be the loudest note in your fragrance, then absolutely grab this one, you know, without even testing it. For me, in as much as it's summery, I would say this kind of profile I prefer to wear in cooler weather, because 4 or 5 sprays of this is going to literally work on you, harass you, that sort of thing. You will smell this the most. But say you were with other people and you wore this for compliments, it will surprise you that some people around you can't smell it. So it's a fragrance that doesn't project, but the wearer will get to enjoy it to the max if they love this scent profile. I just get a lot of coconut, guys, and a lot of tuberose there in its intensity to a point of intoxicating. This fragrance is not shy. It's very rich. It feels very concentrated. It feels very thick. For some, it can also be borderline heady, because just this box alone, guys, just me sniffing here, it's a little bit too much. But it's not a fragrance that I'm disappointed in per se. It's a fragrance that I've been seeing around, and actually when I got this, I was thinking, why on earth didn't I, you know, think of purchasing this? Because it's a beautiful surprise from Lattafa, a beautiful milky lactonic fragrance, you know, from Lattafa. So yes, guys, that is what I had for you. Qaed Al Fursan. This is the unlimited edition. And in terms of what gender, this is unisex, leaning on genderless, but you've got to make sure that you love that coconut note, guys. If you don't, or at least milky fragrances, if you don't, this is going to put you off. However, in terms of, say you bought it as a blind buy and you don't like it, it just comes across as a fragrance that can be easy to gift. You know, it's not one of those fragrances that, oh my God, who am I going to give this to? You know, because sometimes when you buy some of these fragrances blindly and it turns up and you don't like it, you just don't know who to give it to because you don't want to offend anybody. This comes across as, you know, a fragrance that somebody can completely go crazy, you know, about it. Some of you as well are going to smell that metallicness through to the end, but to me it starts right there at the beginning, and it is a metallicness that I would attribute you know, from the pineapple. After that it just dries down. After that it just dies down to a nutty, buttery, creamy, milky, lactonic, all the nice stuff you can think of, but very creamy there. So yes, guys, that's what I can say for Qaed Al Fursan. I hope you found this review helpful. Let's meet in the comment section. Let me know if you already have this one. This one has been about for a while. It's not brand new, but it's brand new in my collection. CeeChronicles is my name. Thank you so much, guys, for joining me today. What do you think of this one? I'd love to know. Do you have the black one? If you have the black one, let me know what that one is, you know, in line with. I didn't purchase it because I saw somewhere where it did say it was a Creed Aventus dupe or something, and honestly I've had enough of the Creed Aventus dupes. I've got loads of those. But if it's not, let me know in the comment section. It could be a different, you know, thing altogether. It could be that that information was not correct. Turn on post notifications, guys. That way you get to be notified anytime I upload a video. Like and share this video, and most importantly, have you subscribed? If not, guys, then why not? Thank you so much for joining me today. And remember that smelling good is a form of good manners. Cheers.